Ladies and gentlemen, the city of Boston has proclaimed today, November 13th, to be Doug Flutie Day in the city of Boston. And it is my honor to read the mayor's proclamation. Whereas the 2006 Red, White, and Blue Award is being presented to Mr. Doug Flutie, a legendary athlete, community leader, and philanthropist by the City of Boston for his unyielding support of the city, its people, and charities. And whereas Mr. Flutie is one of the best-loved sports figures in Boston, winning the Heisman Trophy while at Boston College, where his Hail Mary touchdown pass gave Boston College an improbable victory over Miami in 1984, which remains one of the most iconic moments in sports history. And whereas Mr. Flutie, while playing for Boston College, became the first player in college football history to surpass 10,000 yards and left school as the most productive offensive player in the then 116-year history of the game. And whereas Mr. Flutie retires from football after an unprecedented professional career that spans 21 years, he went to the playoffs with an unprecedented 8 teams, was the 4th most prolific passer and 3rd most productive offensive player in professional football history. And whereas Mr. Flutie in his final career game converted the first NFL drop kick extra point in 64 years. That was cool. For which he received the prestigious 2006 ESPY Award. And whereas Mr. Flutie resides in the greater Boston area, where he continues to display the focus and determination that enabled him to become a champion by promoting the Doug Flutie Jr. Foundation for Autism, thus helping countless children and their families cope with autism on a daily basis. Now, therefore, I, Thomas M. Menino, Mayor of the City of Boston, do proclaim Monday, November 13th, 2006 to be Doug Flutie Day. Everybody's joining in on this well-deserved tribute. I wanted to just read you a little excerpt from a letter from some team on the West Coast called the San Diego Chargers. Dear Doug, on behalf of all your friends in San Diego, we send our sincere congratulations on this momentous occasion. The friends and the impact you left on San Diego will never be forgotten, and the leadership and tenacity you displayed here were an inspiration not only to your teammates, but to the entire community as well. We send our best wishes as you complete this next transition in your life, and wish you, Lori, Dougie, and Alexa much happiness. You deserve nothing less. With very best wishes, Dean Spanos, President, and A.J. Smith, General Manager of the San Diego Chargers organization. Here tonight to present the Red, White, and Blue Award to Doug, let me introduce Barry Gallup, the man who, as assistant football coach and recruiter, lured Doug to BC. Barry was also a wide receiver for the Eagles, who held the career receiving record that was eventually broken by Gerard Phelan, the recipient of Doug Flutie's 1984 Miami Miracle Pass. Thus, as the man who brought Doug to BC helped shape his early career, there is no one better suited to present the Red, White, and Blue Award to Doug than Barry. Ladies and gentlemen, Barry Gallup, the current BC Director of Football Operations.
Thank you very much, Keith, for the kind words, and congratulations for everything you do for the city of Boston as well. I know I'm no Weeping Willie, so I'll try to be brief up here. He was unbelievable. And the Red, White, and Blue Award is given to hometown heroes who give back to the community. And there's nobody better that has given back to the city of Boston than Doug Flutie. Doug and his beautiful wife, Laurie, have given back to many charities, but their leadership role in the Doug Flutie Jr. Foundation for Autism has raised more than $8 million. How about a round of applause for Doug? To give you an idea of the people that have won the award before, in 2004, the city of Asbury Park, New Jersey, honored Bruce Springsteen for his leadership role in their city for more than 30 years. I know he's Bill Belichick's a great fan of his as well. So, in 2005, Oscar Robertson, the legendary NBA player, was honored by the city of Cincinnati for his 40 years of leadership in the Kidney Foundation. How about a round of applause for those two people? It's a great honor to present this award to Doug Flutie. I get a lot of credit for recruiting Doug, but actually it was pretty easy. Nobody else wanted Doug but Boston College. That's not true, but it sounds better. This award is not about statistics. It's about the person. Keith read some of his statistics and they're unbelievable. He was the best college football player that I have ever seen. But more importantly, he taught us all. He taught us all to compete, not to be afraid to fail, to be a role model. And today, athletics needs more Doug Fluties. People told him for years he was too small, he was too short, he was too slow. But I remember when I was walking out of his house that night, his dad said to me the last words, and Doug was embarrassed. His dad says, "You don't know what you're getting." And Dick, you were right, we didn't know what we're getting. 25 years later, I still get letters from people, from parents, from coaches, from student athletes, recommending the next Doug Flutie. Every player in the country who's under 6 foot, we get a letter and a videotape. And I guarantee we look at every one of them because we don't want to miss the next Doug Flutie. And Doug was a great player, a great athlete, a great competitor, but the thing that I will always respect Doug for is he is a better person. He remembers where he came from, whether it's Natick and the red, white, and blue, Boston College, the city of Boston, his many friends. And I know I didn't see Doug a lot when he was up in the Canadian Football League, and I wouldn't go up to Canada to watch him. I had to wait till he come back here. Doug is actually pretty smart, but I heard you mention San Diego. Well, Doug played football in San Diego and came back to Boston in January. Tell me how smart Doug really was. But I'll tell you what, if you want a friend, if you want a supporter, if you want a role model, every time I see Doug, and it may be a week, it may be a month, it may be a year, I get that same hug and that same sparkle in the eye that I always had from Doug, and I always respect Doug. It is an honor and a privilege to present Doug with the Red, White, and Blue Award at his retirement party. Doug, on behalf of your many friends in the city of Boston, you had a heck of a ride. Thanks for taking us with you. Come on up to the stage and accept your award. Congratulations.
How long have you been following me around? Oh my God. Since high school. Oh, maybe junior high. Holy mackerel. Well, Barry, thank you so much, Barry, for all your words. I tell you what, he is a close friend, and Barry was the reason I went to Boston College. He recruited me. I was very thankful for a Division I offer and the opportunity to go there, but he's been a close friend now for 25 years. Thank you so much, Barry. I want to thank Delta Airlines American Express for sponsoring this, the guys from Boston for coming down tonight, the James Montgomery Band. I was here during sound check. They were ready to rock. You know, everyone involved, I appreciate Keith Lockhart. Keith, if he had one more whereas, I didn't know, how many were there? I know you didn't write it. That's those politicians, the way they write. Whereas, who speaks like that? Please. Anyway, it's been a fun ride. I'll tell you what, you know, I've had the opportunity with Gerard a number of times. We talk about the Miami past. We do interviews. We have an opportunity to reminisce all the time. I have a nephew, Billy, now playing at Boston College, and it's just fun to still be around Boston College, Barry, and the whole group, and it's been a blast. And it's been a big part of who I am. But the number one person about who I am is my wife, Laurie. Laurie's made the effort tonight to I'll tell you what, she wasn't feeling real good the last week, and thank you, Laurie, for coming so much. She made the big effort tonight, but Laurie, Alexa, and Dougie's here. He's a superstar now. It's been a fun ride. Laurie and I have been together since we were really 15 years old and been through this whole thing together. And I'll tell you what, I loved playing the game of football. I really did. I loved every minute of it. It was time to call it quits. We hit the drop kick. The thing went through the uprights. Thank you. And I got off. Hey, you guys don't know how hit or miss that was. It looked like, oh, I do that all the time. I was very thankful to see that ball go through the uprights. You know, we've moved on now, and the foundation has become a big part of our lives. We've raised over $8 million, like was mentioned earlier. We've had the opportunity to start up a lot of programs, and you know, for me, initially it was fundraising and money gets allocated. We look at grants, you make the grant, the money goes out. And we had an opportunity, and I said this a little earlier, I had an opportunity to go and visit a couple of places, programs that we've started up. And when you get that opportunity and you actually see the difference you're making in kids' lives, then it really hits you. Then you get excited about what you're doing. And it's because of people like you coming out and supporting us that that's possible. And I wish all of you could get down to Access Sports America down in Canton, or Ironstone Farm up in North Andover, or any number of these places, and go see these kids, because they're really making a difference in their lives, and it really makes you feel good about the money you spent for a ticket to sponsor something. And it's been a big part of our life, and it will continue the rest of our lives. I don't want to stand up here too long. I just want to thank everyone that's ever supported me as the Boston. My parents are here tonight for being there from day one, as my brothers and sister. Our family, we have always been a real tight-knit group, and that's where we've always gained a lot of our strength from each other, and of course getting my head bashed in by my younger brother or older brother always helps too. But you know, I feel like the entire community of Boston is my family, so thank you very much.
Say, please move the podium.
given me, I will.